There was a woman called Evelyn. She was a mother of 2 children, and her eldest son, Daniel, was her pride and joy. Daniel was only 18, full of dreams, and preparing to enter university. He was very smart, kind, and deeply loved by everyone in their neighborhood. Evelyn would often say, Daniel will be the light of this family. But one evening, tragedy struck. Daniel was on his way home from youth service when a drunk driver ran a red light. The car hit him so hard that he died on the spot. The drunk driver was caught. A young man named Kelvin, only 22 years old. Evelyn's whole world collapsed. She cried until her body had no tears left. She couldn't understand why God allows such a thing. She hated Kelvin with all her heart. Every time she saw him in court, she wished the worst of him. Kelvin was sentenced to years in prison, but Evelyn had no peace. She grew bitter, angry, and her heart turned cold. One night, while praying, Evelyn broke down. She cried to God, even in that, Lord, why did you let this happen to me? Why did you take my son away? In her spirit, she felt God's voice whisper, Evelyn, if you do not forgive, you will never heal. She resisted at first. Forgive? How can I forgive the man who killed my son? He doesn't deserve it. But the voice came again. Forgiveness is not for him, it's for you. For days, Evelyn struggled, but finally, she made a decision. She went to the prison to meet Kelvin. When he saw her, he fell on his knees and cried, Madam, I am sorry. I never meant to. I live every day in guilt. Evelyn, with tears in her eyes, held his hands and said, I forgive you. I release you. You will never bring my son back, but I refuse to let hatred destroy my life. From the next day, Evelyn felt a burden lift from her shoulders. For the first time in years, she could smile again. She even started visiting Kelvin in prison, encouraging him to change his life. Years later, when Kelvin was released, Evelyn helped him get back on his feet. Kelvin turned his life around and became an advocate, warning young people against drug driving. He often said in his speeches, I am alive today because one woman chose forgiveness instead of hatred. Lesson: forgiveness doesn't erase the pain, but it releases the poison. Sometimes the person you hurt or the person who hurt you does not deserve forgiveness, but you deserve peace. Holding on to anger only chains you to the past. When you forgive, you open the door for God to heal your heart and use your pain for purpose. Advice for listeners: Don't let bitterness destroy your life. Forgiving doesn't mean forgetting. It means choosing peace over revenge. Sometimes the greatest strength is not in fighting back, but in letting go. Remember, God forgave us first, so can also forgive others.